You know, sometimes it's the little things that really end up pulling an entire outfit together. As I've been working on my 1840s ensemble for the ball, I realized that I needed to spend a little bit of time working on the hairpieces, especially since I was going to be trying to recreating a particular portrait where I think the hairstyle and hairpiece is pretty iconic to that particular portrait. Welcome to Engineering Knits. If you're new here, I love to do any kind of historical fiber crafting. Knitting definitely has a special place in my heart, but today we're going to be doing something slightly different where I'm going to be going through the making of 2 sets of hair accessories for myself and my mom to go to the ball and other daytime events. To start off the planning, of course, I looked at a ton of different inspirations. For the daytime, you could wear your hair uncovered in a fun style, but I thought that it would be nice to at least give ourselves the options of wearing a day cap. Day caps were pretty common of the time. I could see it in different fashion plates, and I knew that if you're wearing a day cap, you have to spend a lot less time styling your hair. The brunch event we were going to was going to be the morning after the ball, and I was pretty sure that neither my mom or I were going to be in a lot of mood to really style our hair the next morning after dancing all night. Another important aspect for daytime, especially if you're going to be going outside, is a bonnet. Again, a lot of accent here towards the side, front, bottom of your face, and I wanted to see if I could make some of those bonnets. Moving on to the evening headwear. So my mom's evening headwear, we also decided to go for more of a cap. Again, looking at a ton of different fashion plates, it is actually relatively common to wear some sort of lacy, frilly cap with ribbon. It does seem to be pretty far back on the head and kind of accenting, again, that diagonal from the back of the head forward. My mom wears short hair. If we were to give her an open hairstyle, I would need some sort of extensions to kind of build up the hair in the back, and that can be a little bit of heaviness on your head. I thought that it would be a simpler solution to provide her that kind of that cap with a beautiful floral accents in the front, and again, focusing on the area that the 1840s really wants you to focus on right up here. Moving right along to my inspiration. Once again, Ada Lovelace, the portrait of her from the 1840s on her way to the ball, and she has a few things that really stick out to me on her headdress. We have 2 bands and ribbons across the front, a little ribbon coquillage on the side, and then most importantly, we have a whole lot of something happening in the back coming over the shoulders to the front. Doing some more research on that, I believe that is in the style of a mantilla. It was really popular at the time from what I can tell. Queen Isabella II of Spain really brought the mantilla worn over a peineta in fashion. The peineta, as far as I can tell, is kind of that comb that you would wear in the back, and then you put the mantilla over it in a triangular circular shape, and then that would come forward across your shoulders and down your back. This video, we won't be going into that because that's actually going to be a knitted piece that I'll talk about in a future video. So if you want to see that, feel free to subscribe. This time we are just going to be focusing on, for my evening wear, the ribbons across the front, the little accent, and it's most likely a tortoiseshell comb over which a lace veil or the mantilla is worn. But I wanted to give myself some different floral decorations and a little bit of height because I also see that there's some extra bits in there. I personally didn't want to wear the mantilla while I was dancing. I'm not a very experienced dancer, so having something else whipping around with me would probably be helpful. And speaking of the hairstyle in general, from what I can tell, the hairstyle in her portrait looks very almost Princess Leia-y or like Hopi, you know, where you have the large kind of bun-like structures on the side of your head. So that's what these are for, if you were wondering. So I'm setting my hair right now so that you can see the final hair pieces in the reveal. So that is 6 pieces in total that we're going to try to do. 2 day caps, 2 bonnets, and 2 evening headpieces. Let's go back to past me and hope I don't suffer too much in making all of these pieces. We are, or I am, exactly a week out from flying out. Today we're gonna do all the hair pieces, and we're gonna do the similar thing where we talk about good, better, best that I learned about thanks to Claude from Retro Claude. The good will be if my mom and I both have the accessories for our hair for the evening. I'm gonna start with mine just because I do have an inspiration picture and that'll be quicker for me to do versus my mom's. I'm kind of looking through a few different inspirations before I make a final decision. So I have inspection. Did it pass? I have the gold ribbon. I also have, well, I had gold wire. Where did I put that? Oh, I really gotta find that. So I'm going to need to not do ribbon through my hair because there's no way that I can make that work personally. It's just, so my idea is I'm gonna wrap metal wire with this gold ribbon. It'll also allow me to fold the gold ribbon over to make it a little bit thinner. And then that metal wire can almost act like a headband. On the headband, I guess on the left side, she has one big, I'm gonna guess it's a ribbon rosette. So I'm gonna make that ribbon rosette for there. I'm not gonna do this full lace look for the ball because I just know I'm gonna get it caught in something and it's just gonna like rip my hairdo back. So I won't be wearing the lace, but I will be making kind of the hair decoration. My idea is I'm going to do that front hairstyle. I'm gonna have some sort of like bun type of situation or braids in the back, into which I'm going to stick this decoration of flowers. I got myself some black millinery flowers. I would have one of these combs. Actually, I've got it. Do I have it in my hair? No, I took it out of my hair. Oh, I have one in the back here. I would put it on one of these. In an ideal world, I would sit down and I would sew all these things, but I think we're gonna hot glue gun it. We're running on limited time and I am on limited sleep. Let me go find everything. I need to get my wire, I need to get the hot glue gun, and then I probably need to do like a rough estimation of the hairstyle so I can continue to try on what I'm doing as I'm working on it. So please excuse the crazy state of this hairstyle. This is my first attempt at those rolls that Ada Lovelace has, but I'm going to be also using a lot of hairspray to help hold these in place. I think that's done. Next, I'm going to work on the little rosette. I was originally going to attach it here, but seeing how difficult it is for me to get the wire on, I don't want to have to do it so exact. So instead, I think I'm gonna put it on one of these bobby pins and then I can just slide it into my hair. So let's do the rosette again with hot glue. It look? I know my hair is an absolute mess, but honestly, I think I might be done with all of the different pieces. I'm gonna have to try out this hairstyle a few more times until I get it right. But overall, I think I'm happy and I can use this to practice my hairstyles a little bit more. I guess I'm on to making my mom's evening headdress. I bought some vintage millinery. I feel like I can't. Millinery. I'm at that point in the night where words start to sound weird. So I'm just gonna probably stop saying them. I just wanted to show you this. The idea with my mom's dress is kind of, it's all blue with accents of deep red and white. Her shoes are a Merlot red. She has made herself a shawl that is blue and red. And I got these vintage millinery flowers in this like deep red with these sort of like more drop down elements. And then these little splashes of white flowers for her evening wear. I also have, let me show you. It looks weird. I've had it on my pegboard for the last few weeks since God, my god. This chair, I got myself this new chair, and it's one of those where it tips to the point where you feel like you're gonna fall over, and it gets me every single time. There is like a screw at the bottom where you can set how far back it tips, and I have to get myself like a wrench or some pliers to get enough force to turn it more, because I gotta I gotta stop jump scaring myself like that. It's way too late in the night to do that, but I think I've gotta call it for tonight. I am so tired. I shall see you in the morning. Good night. Okay, so I chatted with my mom. It is also the next day, so I feel a lot more with it. I have a center part because I did try to recreate the hairstyle a little earlier today. How do you attach the cloth? Because I'm still feeling like a wire headband onto which I will place the flowers. And then I'm thinking about hot gluing around that with this lace. Then we need the fabric that covers the back of the head to the neck with a little bit of like a lace trim there. I think that would be nice. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get to shaping and working with a wire and the flowers until I get something that I'm pretty happy with. And I will check in with you again in a bit. Later, but I do think that my mom's evening cap is done. So my idea is that she's gonna wear it kind of far back in the front, and these two lappets kind of come like this, and in the back you would pull this over like the small bun that I would put into her hair. And then of course, I mean, this honestly just sits on my head and I don't have too many worries about like, maybe I'd have to put it on like this. I think that looks pretty good. Now, the next thing is, so we're at Good, where my mom and I both have our evening head dresses. The next bit is day caps. Why don't I just kind of like do a quick transition and I'll show you what the day caps look like. Well, hello, it is a few hours later. I feel like I look like I've been through it, and honestly, I kind of have, but here is my mom's day cap. Honestly looks kind of similar to her evening one. I hope that it's not too similar. And then I was trying to go for, I still need to cut off all the little strings on this one. I was trying to go for just something different for my day cap. So like, let me see if I can actually get this on my head. Oh wow, that's messy. Okay, there we go. And I went with a matching ribbon for my mom, and I'm going with a contrasting ribbon for my own. These kind of feel like they're gonna flap out like this when I walk, but that's okay. They stay on actually pretty well by themselves, although on the day of, I'm probably gonna hairspray them down. I have a decision to make. I can either make the bonnets now tonight, or I can potentially start working on the stockings. I don't think I should make a decision right now because I'm hungry. Nutella needs some attention, and I need to wash my face because I rubbed my makeup all over it. So I'm gonna go take care of myself a little bit, and then I will see you back with my decision made. I do want to make the bonnets. I'm gonna make straw bonnets because that is what I have deemed to be the easiest. I've never done any kind of millinery before. This is all new to me. I have two different straw bonnets just to maybe give a little bit of contrast between what my mom and I are going to be wearing, and let's get to making these bonnets. As you can probably tell from my expression, I have now butchered 2 straw hats, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not happy with it because it feels too tall. Do you see that? That feels really like 1830s rather than 1840s, which is what I'm trying to go for more of. It's also so incredibly heavy that when I put this on, and even when I tie it around my neck, any like slight movement is just gonna blow it off the back of my head. But look what I just did to my I bought a spare because I thought that this might happen, but now I'm thinking, how much trouble would it be for me to stitch this in place, given that I have a chain stitch sewing machine? Let me see if I can sew through straw, and we'll see if this is even worth it. Let's try it. My sewing machine is a beast. It can do it. All right. Am I insane? Like, have I just lost it in thinking that I can still make these bonnets and make him in this way? I feel like I might have lost it a little bit, but I'm gonna try at least one. Try at least one. Okay, could I sit here and spend all night stitching this bonnet? Yeah, I could. My machine can do it, and I'm pretty sure that I could have the willpower to do it. I tend to hyper-focus in that way sometimes, but I've forcibly stopped myself to make a consideration and think, do I want to? I had another look around online. I feel like I should have just called this sooner. This should have been one of those things that I knew that I was gonna buy. Like, I bought my undergarments as well because I knew I just didn't have the time or energy to sew all of those as well. And the bonnet is not like, it's not the most important thing in the outfit, but it's a nice to have. I did get lucky though, and there was 2 of the bonnet types that I needed in stock, so I placed them for an order. And even though we're, you know, pretty close to me leaving, the person who I'm buying it from lives really close to me, and so the shipping estimate is that it'll arrive on time. But as of right now, I'm gonna call a stop to it. We'll call this project done for making the hair pieces. I didn't think it would take me quite as long as it did to make me all of these hair pieces for both myself and my mom. I hope it's okay that this reveal only really includes my hair pieces. I'll pop up a quick frame of my mom from when she went to the ball together with me to show her evening wear, but we did get good use out of the day caps and the bonnets as well. This is a really fun project, and I really do think that it tied a lot of the outfit and the look together, and I'm so glad that I spent the time on it that I did. If you enjoyed watching this, please feel free to give the video a like, and if you want to see more of the rest of this outfit, because we do have a few more knit pieces that are coming, please feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you again really, really soon. Bye!